The prince was shocked to see that his older brother had a long tail dragging behind him. Even their mother had a tail hidden beneath her skirt. He wanted to tell his father, but the king was already under the queen's control. To keep the prince from revealing her secret, the stepmother blew out a puff of green gas. As the green mist spread, the prince's body began to shrink. His wooden sword grew so heavy he could barely hold it. His arms stiffened. In the end, he turned into a nutcracker. His brother then kicked him out of the house. Soon, the entire kingdom was taken over by mice. The nutcracker prince floated away, carried by a stream. Many years later, the nutcracker was found by a rich man. The man fell in love with a girl who loved to dance and tried to win her heart. But the girl disliked him. To force her to marry him, the man claimed her late father had left behind a huge debt. Before leaving, he gave her the nutcracker as a token of engagement. Back in her room, the girl angrily threw the nutcracker aside. She stared at an old family photo, wishing she could return to her childhood and play with her toys again. She never expected her wish to come true. A shooting star flew past and burst into golden light that wrapped around her. When she opened her eyes again, she had become a tiny person. Panic set in. She ran to the door and shouted for her mother. But her mother thought it was a mouse and planned to buy a cat to catch it. Although the girl no longer had to worry about marriage, danger was everywhere. Even small things could now kill her. She just avoided a thumbtack attack, only to be nearly crushed by a falling makeup case. A cloud of powder swallowed her whole. Through the mist, she saw a terrifying giant mouse. She collapsed in fear and tried to crawl backward. As the mouse approached, she raised the thumbtack to fight back, but the mouse snatched it away with ease. Just when things looked hopeless, the prince appeared, swinging his sword to save her. He showed no fear at all, but the mouse had the upper hand. It knocked the prince into the air and sent his sword flying. The mouse turned to attack the girl, but it failed to bite her because the prince had grabbed its tail. The mouse became furious. It slammed the prince to the ground and pinned him with its claws. Just as it was about to eat him, a sheep suddenly ran in and knocked the mouse away. The mouse got back up and tried to fight the sheep, but it was struck by a sudden fireball. Santa Claus had arrived and was firing magic blasts. The mouse panicked and ran into a small hole to escape. The girl stood frozen, staring at the toys around her. Santa Claus explained, "This is Christmas Eve. It was your wish that brought your childhood toys to life." The girl looked at her old toys and smiled with joy.